Hey guys, what's going on? It's Billy here from the best place to play gold online, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. I just wanted to share with you an interesting article I found. So, for those of you that are in gold mining stocks and looking to obviously offload their gold mining stocks, have a read of this article. There'll be a link in the description below. And also, I recommend you check out this website, King World News. There's also some really good stuff on there, some really good interviews, some really controversial stuff about money, stocks, gold, yeah, all sorts of stuff they talk about on here. Really, really fascinating website and really, really good information shared on there. But I just wanted to read this one to you just briefly. And also it's titled, Here are the most shocking charts that relate to gold, silver, and obviously our mining shares. With continued uncertainty in the global markets, investors are wondering what's next for gold, silver, and mining shares. We must not lose sight of the fact that the US economy and markets are a hall of mirrors. Thus, they are not as they appear on the surface. And Bill Fleckenstein said that. Obviously, King World News, there has been obviously a great deal of worry about the recent and rapid advance in the gold and silver mining shares. This is why it's so important to take a step back and look at the big picture. Below, King World News readers around the world can see that the 32-year chart of the XAU mining share index versus the gold ratio. And as you can see, it's in a massive decline compared to obviously gold. The reason above chart is so important if you own gold and silver mining shares is that it shows the mining shares in recent years have collapsed versus the price of gold. If the median point of the XAU versus gold is about 0.25, that means the mining shares will have to outperform the price of gold by a ratio of 5 to 1 just to get back to the median historic level. The problem with that theory is that when the charts go to extremes in one direction, they turn around and go to extremes in another direction. You know, as we've seen throughout all financial crises, you have a massive, huge bubble, and it goes from one extreme to the next extreme. So in the coming years, we should expect to see the XAU versus gold ratio most likely break above the all-time high at 0.4. This would mean the mining shares will outperform the price of gold by a staggering factor of 8 to 1. So its current levels are around about 0.05, and it's going to end up around this level up here. A very good example of this type of behavior can be seen below in the gold to oil ratio. 70-year-old gold versus oil ratio. The gold oil ratio hit extreme all-time lows in August 2005. What did the gold oil ratio do next? It went to extreme all-time highs in the other direction, actually peaking well above 40 level before pulling back. As you can see, it's hit there, it's taken out of these highs here, and it's down, declining again. So while it may seem crazy to think that the XAU versus gold ratio heading is from its current level of 0.05 to above 0.4, it's important to understand that's just the way markets work. They go from one extreme to the other. For investors and traders, this may not affect the very short run, but over the long term, it will mean a radical outperformance by the mining shares versus both gold and silver. This should help calm some frayed nerves when there are pullbacks during the months and years ahead in what will prove to be the most historic outperformance of the mining shares versus the metals in history. It's fine to take profits on your trades, but do not give up your core positions in the high quality mining shares until the ratio is at least back to the median point, which is 5 times higher than the current level. So where does this leave those that obviously owning physical gold? I think we're in for a very, very long term bull market. I think we're in for some very, very, very good returns. But in the short term, I think this guy is right. You know, mining stocks and gold are going to outperform the actual physical metal prices of gold and silver. But ultimately, again, it's just paper that you're trading for. So the long-term vision for gold and silver is to own physical metals. It always has been. It's your safe haven flight. But in the short term, if you are a stock trader, then I'd consider looking at some mining stocks of some very good companies, and capitalizing on that, because according to these charts and according to this article, I'm yet to do a bit more research on it, but this looks like it's got some credible information here. So there you have it. I just thought I'd share that article. It's very, very interesting. If you haven't checked out King World News, really good website. Highly recommend it. And if you got value from this, feel free to like, comment, share. Don't forget to click subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.